Hey guys, it's Drac. As you'll see, this is a crucible. This one's designed for aluminum, not for sterling. A lot of you guys expressed an interest in my sterling video, so I decided to show you how to do the same thing with a metal that you are all comfortable with. Where do you get aluminum? Well, that's easy. Aluminum comes from cans. Here's some pop tabs. Here's part of a Coke can. I like to cut it into smaller pieces so that it heats and slags more easily. I will be doing that in this crucible using this nozzle. Now, I'm going to start the process and I'll make a segment once it's started up, and then I'm going to heat this by taking one of these stones and putting it on top. So without further ado, I will start that process. I'm going to take my smaller pieces here and I'll hand this off to the Draculina so I can show you how I light my torch. I come in with a flint and steel striker. This is how I start the heating process to slag the metal. I'll continue this and show you what it looks like after I've made some progress. You can see here the metal is already starting to heat. Alright, so I'm going to take this is the bottom of a Red Bull can. I'm going to add it into my slag pool right now, and you can see kind of how the metal will warp and bend. You can see how it's melting. I'm going to come in and add more heat. Alright, so you guys can see here that my aluminum is molten and red. There's a little bit of this blackish gray residue on top. That's actually the ink from the Coca-Cola cans I was using. You don't want that, but it'll come off easy enough. It's starting to cool on me, so I'm going to re-slag it, get it into kind of a fluid that'll bounce back and forth in the crucible. Then I'm going to dunk it in water to cool it quickly and remove it. So I'll show you what the final product looks like. Alright guys, so you can see here that after my pour I have sheet aluminum. It looks sort of like this. There's still some impurities in it, so I'm annealing it, cleaning it, and rolling it. Now, I'm going to continue the rolling process and I'll show you what the sheet looks like back at my house next to my sterling sheet. Alright, so you guys can see here that this is my finished sheet of aluminum. Aluminum is a really flaky metal, and maybe it's because of the impurities in mine that it's doing this, but it wants to flake there. It's hard to see, but there's a small flake coming up there. Now there is pure aluminum underneath, which is why it's so shiny, but this is at about 12 gauges. I don't know what it's particularly good for right now, so I doubt I'll be using it for much. But it is interesting, and it was a fun examination of the properties of another metal. Needless to say, the sterling turned out much better, and I like it a lot more. So as always guys, that was how to smelt aluminum, and thanks for watching.